forget to scoop up something to munch on at rrgsnacks.com, our online concession stand that has an assortment of Applewood smoked bacon jerky, freeze-dried goodies, and butter toffee peanuts. Angelina Jolie is out here in her feelings, y'all. According to Radar Online, she's upset about being overlooked for a Best Actress Oscar nomination for her role in the film Maria. And an insider, you know it's always an insider, said Angelina believes her ex-husband Brad Pitt had something to do with it, and his first wife Jennifer Aniston. She thinks that they used their influence in Hollywood to prevent her from receiving a nomination. Brad and Jennifer got married in 2000, and then Jennifer filed for divorce 5 years later in 2005 because there were rumors that Brad was banging Mr. and Mrs. Smith co-star Angelina Jolie. He ended up marrying Angelina in 2014. They have 6 kids, some are biological, some are adopted. They ended their marriage 5 years later in 2019, and it was very, 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 very messy. There were allegations of abuse towards the children, there were custody disputes, they had disagreements over joint assets, including a vineyard in France. The divorce was finally finalized in 2024. Now, Brad has had some regrets about how he treated Jennifer, and they've maintained a cordial relationship / friendship, if you could call it that. An insider has reported that Angelina feels like Brad and Jennifer orchestrated some sort of smear campaign against her, you know, making her look bad amongst these prolonged legal disputes. Some sources state that Jennifer still feels some kind of way towards Angelina for stealing her man. They say that Brad and Jennifer have powerful alliances within Hollywood. This may have contributed to Angelina being snubbed for the Oscar. Because of all of this, there is speculation that Angelina may step away from Hollywood altogether. All right, Auntie, I see you rolling your eyes over there. What do you have to say about this?
Baby, ain't nobody did nothing to Angelina. Baby, ain't nobody said nothing about you, Angelina. We just didn't like the movie Maria. Did anybody see it? I don't even remember hearing about the doggone movie. Anybody? You know what this remind me of? This remind me of the time that Will Smith did a movie and he thought that he should get an Oscar and nobody was talking about it, and then got Jada all hyped up. We was like, girl, what movie? We didn't like the movie. Maybe we just didn't like it. Maybe that's what it was. You know, and I understand as a creative person myself, a lot of hard work and dedication goes into these roles. Like you have to mirror these individuals. You know what I'm saying? You have to study these individuals. It's a lot of hard work. Memorize lines. You know what I'm saying? Long hours on set. However, sometimes your vision, the vision of the director and the producers just doesn't translate to everyday people. We didn't like it. And that's why. Now, don't get me wrong. I know fishy stuff go down in Hollywood. People can talk, and, you know, people who choose who get Oscars can be maybe bought, you know, maybe influenced, but that's life. That's just the way it is. If the work was powerful enough, I don't think that any amount of influence, negative or otherwise, could have, swayed a vote. If they liked it, they would have been moved, to vote a certain way. Some people out there might be saying, well, this Angelina's karma. This what she get. Sometimes there's a fine line between a side chick and the man just ready to move on. All right. Sometimes, the marriage is already on the rocks. The divorce papers have been drawn up. You just hadn't gone to retain an attorney, or you hadn't filed them at the courthouse. You know what I'm saying? But I think that the fact that they waited 5 years after the rumors to get married was indicative of, if you can use the word respect towards the previous wife, you know what I'm saying? Because you know how some men will run out of one marriage, honey, and 6 months later they married again. Like you. Now we know you was overlapping. You had to have been overlapping. But the fact that they waited so long, it leans toward we're waiting until things are absolutely finalized, and all parties are adjusted and settled before getting married ourselves. To me, that's what it looks like to me. I wasn't there and you wasn't either. We don't know for sure, but all we can go by is appearances. So I don't think this was karma. Sometimes, people just move on. Now, and to that point, how come ain't nobody talking about Brad? Huh? Why are we focused on Angelina anyway? Brad is the one who left one wife and went to another one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always the woman's fault. Like, it reminds me of, how we are fundamentally rooted in these biblical principles that kind of spill over into society, like Adam and Eve, like forever the temptress. The woman is always the woman's fault. All right. When did nobody make you eat the apple, Adam? You ate the apple because you wanted to eat the apple. You know what I'm saying? Brad wanted Angelina, so Brad left. So how come Brad's career hadn't suffered? How come Brad ain't in these tabloids? How come we ain't talking about, you know what I'm saying, why Brad wasn't strong enough to make his marriage work? Yeah. So we gotta be careful, because we always talk about a side piece as a woman and a side chick as a woman, but that gives the man power by default, right? Because we pivoting around him. You know what I'm saying? Why not make the woman the focal point and pivot the man around it, huh? I'm just saying, let's think about changing the way we address these conversations. For example, it might look something like this. In light of Brad's recent departure from his wife and amid rumors of him cheating on his wife with Angelina Jolie, Brad has suffered at the hands of Hollywood and is no longer being considered for upcoming roles that would have earned him upwards of $6 million. Hollywood does not believe that it looks good for a man to leave his wife and run to a side chick, and he is being penalized for that. Maybe in the future, Brad will move with more caution. Until then, he will have to live on the money he already has. Something like that. But I, for one, would be absolutely devastated if Angelina left Hollywood, because we need Angelina in Hollywood. We need bad bitch in Hollywood like Angelina. I've never checked for Jennifer Aniston and nothing she did. I never. If I watch something and she just happened to be in it, I'd be like, oh, that's her. But if something come across my TV and it's like Angelina Jolie stars, and I'd be like, oop, turn it on. Cause Salt, that movie Salt, baby. If you just need to feel empowered, watch Salt. I also enjoyed her in Tomb Raider, all right? And then if you need something a little introspective and you need to see the depth of her ability to act, watch The Changeling. We need Angelina Jolie in Hollywood. Girl, don't listen. We just didn't like Maria. I'm going to go look it up. I'm going to watch it. I ain't too excited about it, but I'm going to go see it. I'm sure you were excellent in it. But, it just depends on who else was in the category, girl. Like, was you up against, if you was up against Wicked, I can tell you right now. I can tell you right now, Cynthia Erivo all day. Point blank, period. Sorry, not sorry. You should have came out a different year. But don't give up, girl. That shows a lack of character, and you're a sore loser. Okay, celebrate the wins of other people, because you had enough. Keep going, girl. It ain't like you old. It ain't the end of your career. We need some more kick-ass films. Come on now, Angelina. Come on, girl. You got this. So, Angelina, just chop this one up, girl. Just chalk this one up as a loss. You got enough wins, girl. It'll be all right.